But I'm a second grade teacher, so I definitely geared my lesson towards my second graders because this is something um, that I actually want to do with my class because conflict resolution is a big topic that we're constantly working on a daily basis. So I always start with a connection when I begin a lesson just to kind of get my students hooked on what we might be talking about. And usually my connection always deals with my own personal life. And so I made up a story how my husband wanted to go to Mighty Taco for dinner, but I really wanted to order a pizza and how I didn't want to hurt his feelings because I know that's his favorite dinner. And so I don't know what to do to resolve this issue. And in hopes that, and I know my students will hopefully raise their hand and come up with some great ideas for me, which would then lead into my teaching point that we're going to learn about conflict resolution. I did find this short little video on YouTube. It's called We Can Work It Out. And
Are
it
you
just,
showing, by the way, because it's you is it if it's on your screen, it's not. Are you? Do you mean to
I'm
be showing
reading
it?
it off. I couldn't figure out how to share it from my phone.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's more difficult. Right. Okay. Okay.
I did do it, Mitch. I
Yes.
promise.
No, no, I just you were describing it and it was like, well, maybe you meant to share, but I got it. I'm sorry. I
I
didn't
know,
mean
I'm
to.
sorry. So
Okay.
the YouTube video is called We Can Work It Out, and it's three conflict resolutions for kids. And so the three methods that they talk about during it is first, stop, remain calm when a conflict occurs, breathe, and then two, once you're in a calm state, talk about your feelings calmly, whether it's with that person or maybe with an adult to help you. And then finally, the third stage is come up with a resolution together with that person or maybe with the adult you involved. And so I really enjoy doing role playing with my second graders, especially when I want them to understand a concept. And so I decided for the interactive part of it that we would do scenarios where I would give them a prompt and then they would have to come up with a plan on what the resolution could be. And I wanted them to see that there isn't just one answer, one way of solving something. Um, Collectively, they could come up with different ideas. So, but still, all of them can be calm and effective and appropriate. So, I mean, one example that I gave was a friend wants to work with you in class, but you remember that they didn't do their fair share of the work last time you worked with them. They come to sit by you, but you don't want to tell them no. So, what do you do? And so, hopefully, at that moment, there's more of a discussion that takes place. Um, and then I had four other scenarios to do as a whole class. And then to almost, you hate to always make an assessment, but to see if they truly understand different ways to resolve conflict. I did come up with like an exit where there's a conflict and then they have to write their own resolution. And then to conclude my lesson, I was going to have them bring the sheet of paper back to the rug to do a share. And so that's basically, I mean, conflict resolution never goes away. And so I'm sure this is something I know for a fact next year in September I'd like to do with my second graders right off the bat. But then obviously throughout the school year, it's definitely something that needs to be revisited.
Yeah. So, have you ever designed course material before? Because you put in so many different aspects of instructional design into this course. It was so. Have you?
Okay. No, just my own, like,
Oh,
no, I haven't. Just teaching.
okay. Well, just starting off with a really cool example and getting some interaction there, and then using video. Video is a great way to use other senses, and then the role playing scenarios, and then the writing example and showing kids that there's more than one solution for virtually any problem. I think like you pulled in so many different aspects of the way the brains naturally learn. So I thought that was really good.
Thank you.